Hello and welcome back to another video in the CB collection series, and this time we're featuring one of the slightly more unusual CBs from the 1980s. This one's a Jesan KT-5005 with two VHF Marine receive only channels. So this is the Jesan KT-5005 UK FM straight 40 rig with very basic volume squelch. The only slight difference with this rig is it also had the marine channels for receive. So you had two marine channels. You can see where you've got MB1 which takes you to VHF Marine channel 16, and MB2 which takes you to channel 67 on the VHF band. So 16 is the emergency and distress channel, and 67 is the Coastguard correspondence channel. Very similar to the Quasar MCB 400, which you might have seen in my other video. I'll put a link in the description down below if you haven't seen that one. But the main difference between the Jesan and the Quasar is the Jesan, like I said, only has two VHF receive channels, whereas the Quasar has got three. But more importantly, the Quasar has got a separate antenna socket for the VHF Marine antenna, which we lack on the Jesan, so it shares the same as the CB antenna, so the signals are never going to be all that strong, unfortunately. Something else that the Jesan lacks was the ability to drop to low power. Any MPT 1320 spec rig should have a low power function, even if that's a hidden switch round the back, but there is absolutely no way of switching this into low power whatsoever, which is a bit odd. This isn't the original one. I did have one of these back in the 90s, but I sold it. Well, I think I part exchanged it for the Quasar, which is, like I say, the Quasar is my original one that I've had for about 30 years. But yeah, I bought this one off eBay quite a few years back. It's never worked properly. The audio, the receive audio was absolutely awful on it. And it had this really weird fault where when you turned the squelch down, it dimmed the LCD or the LED display. So I did try and do a little repair on it myself. There was a suggestion that it might have been some of the capacitors that had gone. Also, one of the legs had snapped on the 10.240 MHz crystal, so I replaced that as well. So I started putting new capacitors in, but in the process I managed to break one of the tracks, as you'll see here. So without wanting to do any more damage to it, I decided I'd send this off to Richard, who's far more an expert than I am. His UK CB servicing. I'll put a link in the description down below to Richard's videos. He does some brilliant stuff repairing the old CB 2781 legal UK FM rigs. And yeah, this has just literally come back from Richard, so I'm really pleased with the job that he's done on it. And like I say, have a look at the link to Richard's video if you want to see the full repair and test them. Anyway, thanks for watching. Remember to hit the like and subscribe for more, and we'll see you in the next one. 7-3.